YouTube, it's your boy Barcode. I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the holy trinity of Dislyte. Build these 3 rare espers, you fill in the other 2 spots, and you should be able to get through all content. Obviously there's gear and ability level ups to think about, but with these 3 heroes, you can pretty much do anything. If you like my videos and like my content, hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy dingy thing so you know when I post a video. Let's go, baby. Dislyte is a very free-to-play gacha, and that's why I play it. I am really enjoying this game, and I want to talk about 3 rare espers that you should focus on getting immediately. The great thing about these espers is that they're rare, the abilities are easy to level up, and you can get them through ripple dungeons and record spins. First and foremost, let's talk about this holy trinity, and then I can tell you 2 easy ways to fill that 5-man formation. First and foremost, let me talk about the best healer, free-to-play, rare esper in the game. And that's Chang Pu. Her ultimate is on a 3-turn cooldown. When you level up her ascensions to her 3rd ascension, she heals all espers equal to 15% of their max health plus 100% of her attack. This also grants the whole team immunity for 2 turns. Now if you don't have Gabrielle yet through the esper fusion, Chang Pu is your immunity girl. This is super important because when you start facing enemies and teams that have AoE freezes or stuns or sleeps, Chang Pu is your girl to eliminate that threat. Her second skill is a single target heal. Heals 15% of their max health again plus 160% of her attack. Each 10% of max HP loss grants an extra 10% heal. So obviously she's not doing much damage, so you don't want to build her like an attack build, but you want to build her tanky but with some attack bonus substats. But don't forget to build her with accuracy. She has a 100% chance to reduce the AP by 15%. So all she has to worry about is the accuracy versus resistance check. You can either build her with the healing efficiency gear, or I would recommend the ocean waves gear. She beats all other rare esper healers by a mile, and even better than most epic healers. The second hero we all know, it's Miss Thickness, Suhua. I see a lot of people asking why is everyone wanting her. If you didn't know, she's awesome. She's a great secondary healer, and she's a great support. Her ultimate grants attack up and defense up for 2 turns. This is also on a 3-turn cooldown, so really there's only 1 turn where you don't have these buffs. If you make her fast, it's even better. You definitely want a Windwalker speed set on her. Her second skill is a single target heal for 30% of their max health, plus gives them invincibility and a heal over time for 1 turn. If your ally is below 50%, it adds an additional heal over time recovery tick. And her single target has a attack down for 2 turns. It's a 70% chance, but that's still a very good chance to happen. This is very, very helpful on bosses. So we have immunity, we have AoE heal, we have single target heals, 2 of them. We have an attack up, we have a defense up, we have an attack down, we have an AP down. I'm going to talk about the 3rd complementary support unit that belongs in this holy trinity. And that is the furry Bastet. Honestly, they all have 2 names, and I'm just going to call them which one I want. And really, I go by because I can't pronounce half the names. So whichever one's easiest. Bastet, she has a 3-turn cooldown that gives all your ally espers a shield for 22% of her max HP. This also gives a heal over time to the whole team for 2 turns. If the ally is buffed, which if you had Suha on Windwalker speed set, she should be first, the shield gets a 30% shield strength buff. These 3 heroes are amazing together, specifically for PvE. This would work in PvP as well, but there's other heroes that are a little bit better, especially free-to-play ones that you can get. Her second ability is also another AP down. She attacks 3 times with a 50% chance to reduce that target's AP by 15%. So Bastet and Chang Pu together, when they're not supporting their team or healing, they're lowering that enemy's AP. Bastet also has a defense break on her single target. It's a low % chance, but there's still a chance to get another debuff. So with these 3 heroes, you pretty much have almost every buff you need to succeed in PvE. I finally got enough Ripple Dungeons to get my Soup Walk, so I'm just starting to level these 3 heroes, and I can already tell that this is the Holy Trinity of Dislyte. You guys may know Holy Trinities from other games like Epic 7, etc. Usually Holy Trinities get nerfed, and I hope it does not, because this makes this game free-to-play friendly incredible. Now the question is, what do you fill the rest of your team formation with? Well, first of all, your first bet is to either pick your Sun Wukong or your Niza. You will get guaranteed one of the 2 within your first 10 summons. Everybody loves Niza. That's like everyone's go-to. He does amazing damage, don't get me wrong. All the true damage, all the AoE, the self-sustain, AP absorption, an amazing hero. I understand why people reroll for him. I got Sun Wukong. I never reroll in games because I hardly ever use legendaries. As you guys know, I try to do things the hard way. I go for rares and epics. Sun Wukong, in my opinion, is a little bit better over time, and that's specifically for free to play. The reason I feel like that is because Sun Wukong brings so much more to your team. Not to mention, if you put him on a Hades set, he can sustain himself just fine. But the thing with Sun Wukong is he has an ability to give a lot of debuffs to the enemy team. He has the chance to do a defense break, he has a chance to do a heal block, he has self-sustain and a shield, and he has splash damage to 2 random enemies on his single target. The heal block to me is very important, whereas Li Ling is just a glass cannon, where Sun Wukong has a little bit more, maybe not as much damage, but with the Holy Trinity in his team, I feel like he can get anything done. And because of the low chance of defense break on Bastet, just another chance to apply a defense break is a little bit better. Now for that 5th spot, it's really up to you. You have debuffs, you have support. I mean, you start the game with Mona. That's some more AoE, some more AP absorption. You could really go with anything. You could even put in Dahlia in there, as you can get her in Ripple Dungeons as well, just for that AP boost. A little bit of crit rate buff. Don't really need the attack buff again, but a great Esper to use. I mean, you can do Sanders, you can do Chloe. You really technically could do anything. For rares, you could do Drew, you could do Freddy. But let's talk about one more hero you can farm, and I think is useful in Point War and a lot of different other content. And you farm her from the club points, and that's Medusa. You can build her as a speedy damage dealing build with a lot of accuracy. She does an AoE attack that can reduce their AP by 15%. If you speed tune it right to go after Wukong, you can get an extra 15% AP down because Wukong will AoE and hopefully get an attack break or a heal block on the enemies. So this is kind of like a shutdown queen, right? You could even put her on a stun set. So you get the AP down plus you get a stun. On her passive, each attack reduces the target's AP by 15% again. If the target has less than 30 AP, it inflicts petrification. Shut down queen. Her single target, which is really good on bosses, applies a speed down. And if for some reason Chang Pu doesn't have immunity on your team and you get a debuff, this will transfer any debuffs on her to the target. So now that I'm done building my starter hero team with our boy Q here, insert Q memes down below in the comments. So now I am actually building up Sun Wukong, and I'm building up Chang Pu, Medusa, Bastet, and our girl, Miss Thickness. This will be my secondary team that I'm going to use after I'm done seeing how far this starter hero team can do. That's it for today's video. This holy trinity of a 3 Esper crew is definitely the first 3 heroes I feel like free-to-play should work on. Let me know in the comments below if you use these 3 as well, and who the other 2 you use. And don't forget the Q memes. If you like the video, sub, like, ding-a-ding bell. See you in the next one. Peace!